Hey guys, how you doing? Coach Dayton here. I'm just getting to the midpoint of my daily hike. I'm out here just trying to get my cardio in, having fun, walking up the mountains, hanging out with the dogs. We're having a good old time. But today, I wanted to talk with you a little bit about setting goals and developing a set of principles to help you achieve these goals. So, what we've got going on here is last week I assigned you a worksheet about goal setting, all right? This is number one always, okay? You have to set a goal, because if you don't know where you're going, how do you ever expect to achieve it? You gotta know where you're going, okay? Setting the goal is number one. Number two is developing a plan to achieve that goal, okay? So you've got your goal in sight, you know where that is. Then it's up to you to develop a plan in order to get to that goal, all right? My dogs are crazy. Playing tag. All right, so you've got to develop a plan to get to that goal. And the easiest way to do that is to think about deep down what principles they are that you believe in. Now, this stuff that I'm talking to you about today, this is not just about working out, okay? You can apply this to any area of your life. These goals can be things like someday maybe you want to start a business. You know, maybe they're relationship goals, things in your personal life, whatever it is that you have. These same tools can be applied to that, you know. I'll talk a little bit more, maybe do a video next week about the goal setting, but today we're just going to focus on setting the goal, developing a plan, and these principles that go along with it. So these principles I'm going to be talking about today are weightlifting based. My own personal principles, just to give you an idea. So number one, to get from a beginner or an intermediate to advanced, all right, basically progression has to be number one. You have to progress, and you have to track that progression, okay? There should be progression every month in these goals, all right? You should always be able to either, within a month's time frame, that's plenty of time to make progress and to track it, okay? You should always be able to use more weight than you were using before, or you should be doing more repetitions than you were before, okay? 3 weeks is better. 1 month is plenty, all right? If you're not, that's when it's time to switch some things up, okay? Number two, all right, my number two principle is that you have to use compound movements. By compound movements, I'm talking about the squats, the bench presses, the deadlifts, all right, the big thing that focus on multi-joints, so more than one joint, all right, in these exercises, okay? You have to progress on them, okay? They have to be the staple of your training. That needs to be what you focus on most. That's why that's always been the first exercises I programmed for you guys over the last 2 years, okay? They are the most important to get from that beginner stage on into the advanced stage of fitness. So we have those first two. My number three principle is that with these compound movements, you want to hammer them in the 1 to 5 rep range, okay? That is what is going to build your strength the fastest, all right? And that is what is going to increase your athleticism the most. This is also going heavy in that range. That's what's going to fire up your metabolism the most, and that's what's going to keep your body burning fat and going for hours and hours after your workout, okay? This is going to hammer your fast twitch muscle fibers, which make up about 25% of the muscle fibers in your body, but they can grow the biggest. So this is going to have the most systemic effect on you, all right, throughout increasing your performance and helping you get to that level. After you've thoroughly hammered those muscle fibers in that rep range, we want to start working on your slow twitch muscle fibers, which make up about 75%, okay, of the muscle fibers in your body, they have a much smaller ability to grow, but there's more of them. So we need to hit those too, all right? And so we're gonna hit these muscle fibers. That's the weight that we're gonna do in the 6 to 12, 15, sometimes even 20 rep range, okay? We wanna fatigue those and get stronger with that stuff as well. So that's when our dumbbells and machines and things like that come in, okay? That's when we hammer those exercises to really help build it up there, all right? So, and the last one is that you have to find some kind of balance in your training, okay? I stole this from a strength coach named Jim Windler. He always talks about balance, and so by that, I'm talking about not only is it about weightlifting, it's also about keeping your cardiovascular system up. So whatever you like to do with that, that can consist of walking, running, jogging, sprints, pushing sleds, whatever it is, okay? But you have to work your cardio system, you have to work your heart, all right? And also, by balance, when I say that, I'm talking about you can't have a 200-pound bench press and only be barbell rowing 120 pounds, okay? Those are antagonistic muscle groups, opposite of one another, chest versus back, all right, that we're working there. And if you do that and you neglect finding that kind of training balance, then you're just gonna set yourself up for an injury, okay? So if you can bench press 200 pounds, you should be able to barbell row 200 pounds, or do a dumbbell row, a chainsaw with 100 pounds, half of that, okay? Everything should be balanced. So in conclusion, we gotta set the goal. We've got, I lost my train of thought. Where are we at? We've got to set the goal, okay? We've got to develop a plan for achieving that goal. We've got to have constant progression toward the goal, okay? You've got to use compound movements, get those stronger, and you have got to have balance in your training, okay? Hey, sorry, I forgot one. My final principle is do not obsess over training variety, okay? Do not obsess about switching it up, changing it up every week. You don't need to do 100 different exercises, okay? When in doubt, go back to the basics. The basics are the basics for a reason, all right? They work, okay? Mastering the basics, getting incredibly good at them, becoming efficient at performing them, getting stronger on them, both for your max work and for your repetition work, okay? That is the stuff that is going to lead to results. That is the stuff that is going to pay dividends for you, all right? Hammer the basics. They've stood the test of time. When in doubt, do squats, do your overhead presses, do your cleans, do your pull-ups. That is the stuff that is gonna get you where you wanna go, all right? Until next time, Coach Dayton signing off. See you, T-Wolves.